Hello, everybody. My name is Drew Pizzulo, and welcome to another episode of Watch Out. As you can see, there's some sun glare behind me, so basically, this is what this episode is going to be about: solar watches. I'm going to give you my list of the top 10 that is currently out on the market today. Not of the watches themselves, but of the brands that are out there, because there are a variety of different watches within the brand that you should go look at if you are interested in a solar watch. First of all, let's just give you a little overview. What is a solar watch and what is the purpose of it? Solar watch is fueled by light. Traditionally, the watch has, depending on how it's made, but the watch has cells underneath the dial that are fueled by light that charge a battery. So when people say that solar isn't battery, they're wrong. It is, but it's a battery that is rechargeable as opposed to a battery that you get in a quartz watch that just dies and you have to keep replacing it. And because it recharges itself so many times, the charge slowly wears down over time. So most solar batteries last between that 10 and 15 year range before you would either have to get it replaced or you just replace the watch in general, depending on which watch you decided to go with and how expensive it was to get in the beginning. So, without further ado, let's just get to the top 10 brands so you have an idea, if you're interested in solar watches, what brands would be the best reputable ones to go after in this market. Number 10, Timex. Okay, so Timex you wouldn't figure to make too many top 10 lists. It's a low end of the spectrum, but the reason it's on this list is, number one, it is affordable. Timexes, especially solar Timexes, you can get well under $100. Number two, it's because of their Expedition and the Northfield Solar Collection that really brings it into play here, because it is extremely, extremely rugged. Like a G-Shock or something like that. It brings rugged and solar into the same thing. So if you're doing a lot of, if you have like manual labor type work, if you're out there like a FedEx driver or something like that, where you're handling packages all day, or you're doing maybe construction, any that type of thing, that's what this watch is great for. Plus the fact that you don't have to change the battery every 6 to 12 months. And you're always working outside, you're working in the sun, so it's always charging itself. So therefore, their lines are very durable, very rugged, and even though they're not known as a prestigious watch brand, they are known for their Expedition line, which does have a very good reputation in the watch industry for certain aspects of it, and this is one of the aspects. Okay, number 9, Orient. Orient is a Japanese brand, for those of you who don't know, and they're best known for their automatic watches. However, they've gotten into some solar chronographs, especially the Orient Sport Solar, and it's also called the Panda Diver, which pairs their chronograph styling with the solar quartz technology that they have developed over the last decade. And Orient is extremely reliable. They have a very good reputation. I did some episodes of them in the past where I think they made the final four in our March Madness bracket that I did with Jared on It's About Time. Look up an earlier episode of that many years ago. But they're extremely reliable watches with a very, very good reputation, and they're known for putting quite a good diver's watch into their solar technology. So if you are somebody who likes to go underwater, doesn't want to worry about taking the watch off, wants to make sure it's going to last a long time, and looks good, it has really interesting designs, I would check out Orient as well. So number 8 on the list would be Frederic Constant and / Alpina. The reason I have two brands here is because they're both owned by the same parent company, which is Citizen. And even though Citizen owns them, they do leave them alone. I have asked every single year since the merger did happen, since the acquisition happened, when I go to the NYC Watch Show, and they swear to me they are left alone by Citizen to do their own thing and to make their watches shine, which is great news. And it's because when they were acquired in 2016, Citizen also gave them something. And they gave them the Lajo Pere solar watch expertise. And they have converted that into their own models of solar watches. So this was actually a nice pairing because it gave Frederic Constant and Alpina something they did not have, which was Citizen's technology that they put into a higher-end Swiss watch. Now, both Frederic Constant and Alpina are Swiss brands, like I said, acquired by Citizen in 2016. But because of that, they do get the technology of Citizen, and they were able to take that technology and put it into a higher end watch. So these watches are going to cost you anywhere between $750 and $1,500. So they are up on the spectrum. However, because they are owned by a Japanese company with great solar technology, you get the best of both worlds here. So that's why they enter number 8 on the list. You're going to get reliability, but you're also going to get prestige with the Swiss brand name recognition. Number 7 is Junghans, which is a German watchmaker. They are known for their minimalist designs. I see them all the time at the Wind-Up Watch Fair. And they're known for their Max Bill Mega Solar watch. And this one is a highly accurate radio-controlled solar movement with a clean aesthetic to it. And when you're talking about radio control, you're starting to get into deeper types of technology when you're talking solar, because radio control has to now do with satellites. And you're taking the solar to a different level. Now, you're not just charging it by sun, you're now linking it to a satellite to give it perfect timing. And Junghans has been doing this for a long time. So they're actually on the forefront of this because they're pretty much the only German brand on the top 10 list and the only ones that were willing to try this. So with their Mega Solar line, they're actually doing quite well and getting notable recognition from a variety of sites that have put them in the top 10. Number 6. Okay, Cartier. This is not one you would expect to be on the list. And if it was 10 years ago, they wouldn't have been on the list. But recently, they just came up with their new line, which is called Solar Beat. And this is for people who want the best of both worlds, and the fact that they want a Swiss watch that is battery powered, that they don't have to change every 6 to 12 months. It's more for the name recognition than anything. They put a very good technology into a very top 10 Swiss brand out there, and they want to get into the solar field because there's very limited competition in the high-end Swiss market for solar watches. So they figured they would take the market for what they wanted to do, and basically they came out with the Solar Beat line, and that has been a success. And I think from what I'm seeing here, Cartier claims at least 16 years of operation without a battery change. And again, that's exactly what you would want. I've been saying between 10 and 15 years, they're up to 16. And that's exactly what people want who don't want an automatic watch, who want a watch with no maintenance at all. And that line from Cartier brings that to them. Number 5, Tissot. Now we're starting to get into companies that have been in it for a while now. Now, Tissot in their line is known for the T-Touch Connect Solar. And the T-Touch Connect Solar, they give you a variety of things inside the watch. like an altimeter, a compass, and a notification syncing. Now, T-Touch was known for if you touch the dial, you could touch the dial and hit the minute and the hour hand to the time that you wanted to touch it to reset the watch if you were going on a vacation or something like that. And so they had this technology for 20, 30 years. I remember this back in 2001. The T-Touch line, I think, had just come out around then. And the T-Touch Connect solar pieces are very interesting because it's just their latest field. Now, Tissot doesn't just have the T-Touch line. They have several of their other lines already in solar. So they have dress watches, they have dive watches, they have a lot of different watches that are already solar. So if you want a cheaper end Swiss watch that does have name recognition, I think they are the official watch of the NBA, and they have a variety of other sports events that they are a part of. They've been around for, oh God, over 100 years. And they do have, they offer a wide variety of solar watches, both male and female, for a variety of price points. You can get them anywhere between like a couple $100 all the way up to $1,000. And so they offer you a wide range of different options if you're looking for a Swiss solar watch, not a Japanese or German solar watch. Number 4, Tag Heuer. Now, if you've seen some of my past episodes, you know I'm no big fan of Tag Heuer due to their unreliability in their automatic watches. But however, you have to be fair. Automatic is different than solar. Totally different brand, totally different animal, type of watch. So I have to be fair with this, and I'm going to be fair. Their Aqua Racer line and their Solograph are known as some of their best calibers in their solar lineup. And the good thing about them is they offer high-end finishing. They offer a variety of different things, which they do offer. Even when I see over here is power reserves, I don't happen to really know how that would work. Because I don't know how you can do a power reserve in a solar watch, considering the power reserve is the solar battery. But they do rate very high. They do have a big name in the industry. They're well known in the racing industry. A lot of racing enthusiasts like them as well. And they're a reputable brand in the Swiss industry. Not one of my favorite personal, but that's just me, type of watches. But in the solar watch market, if you do want a high reputable brand, Tag Heuer is rated as the 4th best solar watch out there, as they've had this technology quite a long time too, and they have done quite well with it. Number 3, G-Shock, which is owned by Casio, obviously, and we see these all the time at the NYC Watch Fair that I go to, NYC Watch Show. Which is NYC Watch Time in New York City every October. And listen, there's nothing more durable than a G-Shock out there. You run over it with a friggin' truck, watch is still going to run. So they combine that with the solar technology aspect of it. And, you know, you got the best of both worlds in terms of rugged. If you think Timex is rugged, Timex is like a pawn to the G-Shock, which is king in this category. There's a reason why they are the toughest out there in terms of rugged, but that's what they are known for. You know, their GWM 5610 and the Full Metal 5000 are legendary in this field, but they are known as a tough solar watch. They're not known as the most beautiful. They're not known as the most. They don't appreciate in value. They're not known for any of that. They're just known for being tough, and they can take a beating, like we were talking about before with the outdoor jobs and people in those fields that want to deal with that. Number 2 is Seiko. Okay, so Seiko, a behemoth in the watch industry, especially in the solar field, because they have put it in their very, very popular Prospects line. And obviously you can find a thousand different Seiko watches that are solar. They are known for their long-lasting battery movements, and they have impeccable quality for their solar pieces. And most people just write Seiko off when it comes to a $50 watch that you can buy at Walmart or something like that. That's not what their solar line is. Their solar line can take it to a different level. They have high tech titanium GPS timepieces like the Astron. They have a variety of different watches when it comes to the solar field. So you do really have to give them credit because they are a behemoth in the industry. They focus on solar so much, almost as much as the number one brand does, which is Citizen, and specifically the EcoDrive. This is what started it all. Citizen was the pioneer of the solar watch. So you really have to keep them at number one. And they have everything from dress pieces to heavy duty professional divers watches like the ProMaster Diver series. And they have their radio control watches. I know my own father even has a Citizen radio control watch that he's worn for years. Probably a good 12, 13 years, hasn't had to change the battery, wears it every day. It's radio frequency controlled, like I said before, goes from the satellite, comes right back down, and, never really even has any type of issue at all. And it even will take care of daylight savings time on its own, which may be done now anyway if Trump is signing this bill. But it automatically resets even if you go on vacation to the proper time zones. It's pretty wild. Considering all the new technology that they keep coming out with, that they put in these solar watches, you got to give credit where credit is due. And Citizen still remains the king of the solar watch market in terms of reliability, and plus their price points are, you can get them anywhere between $70 and $670. It's for every watch type line, and with all different price points. When you've created the technology, when you're the pioneer, you're still number one. So again, thanks for joining me today. I hope you've learned a little bit about solar watches, and like, subscribe, give me any suggestions you have for future episodes. I will try to address them, and if there's any questions, I will try to answer them as well. So thank you very much, and I will see you on the next episode of Watch Out.